What's up, angels? This is Angelita, that's Angelita, and welcome back to my channel. So, Happy New Year. I figured I would start off the new year doing a little special little video. I've talked about a lot that I tend to do my own eyelashes, and I've done that for a couple of decades now. So I've done it a very long time, way before you had an industry to actually do it professionally. So this is just kind of something that I've always done. Now, in some of my other videos, I've also talked about using Care Prost to help my eyelashes grow on their own, and I've done that a lot. And sometimes, if I'm not doing that, your eyelashes will fall off, and so I do try to supplement it by buying some eyelashes that come in just your standard line row. But I like to put them on individually. I don't put them on as an actual row. A lot of times I see ladies doing that and then they start coming off. And you don't have to put them on in a row. You can actually do it individually like any other professional. So I'm going to show you how I do that. Now, I usually like to get some that are flare, might be fluffy, that have a natural look. These are really cheap ones. These are ones you can get at your Family Dollar, Dollar General store for $1. You can also probably get some that are similar to this at your beauty supply store. I started off doing individual ones that you get at the beauty supply store. So I would get the clusters and I'd put them on individually and it looked great. But then I noticed that why do that when you can get a whole line of lashes that are the right shape and size that you want, but put them on individually so that it lasts a lot longer. So I will tell you this, I have also done the professional individual lashes using the eye glue that smells like super glue that a lot of the professionals do. I've got some right here I can show you. It's tedious, especially if you're trying to do it to yourself. I have done it, but I will not recommend that. You can buy them. I'll put a link on where you can buy them. They look very natural, but we don't have time for this. And they last just as long as what I'm about to show you. Now, well, actually, you know what? Let me fix my face a little bit. I got hormones and I'm 41 now, so let me do something to my face to kind of make it a little cleaner. This is something I bought at the Dollar Tree. What do you think? BB, and it's dark, so let me just kind of put that on real quick. I needed something, and I saw this at the Dollar Tree, and I don't use Dollar Tree makeup, but I happened to find this, and I just used it real quick to kind of cover up some, and it's kind of just a faint cover-up, kind of a natural cover-up, so that you might still, it's not full coverage, but at least it's pretty natural. So let me do that real quick. Anytime I get any kind of swelling underneath the skin, even if it's not a pimple, it will leave dark marks. And so let me just kind of color this in. I think it does pretty good. Blend it in real good, and it only for $1. So, and when I do see it, I try to buy several tubes so that I don't have to worry about looking for it. So let's just do that. Oh, and while I'm doing this, shout out to my mom. I don't know if she watches this channel, but a lot of times I do makeup in the car. And this Christmas, she decided to give me a vanity. And it's one that you can put your batteries in. And I don't know how much it costs, but very cool. Turn it off, turn it on. And I'm going to use this instead of sitting in my car. So maybe she saw that and was kind of concerned about me. But I do like doing my makeup in the car because I can get close to my face and really see what I'm doing. It's better when you're in some sunlight. So anyway, I don't know if y'all like that, but that'll do for now. That'll do for now. So now, what kind of eyelash glue do I use? Well, I don't use eyelash glue because it is this hard feeling and it can be irritating. And so I've always just used, now, caveat, I'm not professional. I use just regular bonding hair glue that you buy at your beauty supply store, $1. And it works great, and it's more rubbery, but it lasts a long time. Doesn't irritate my eyelids. And I wear contacts also. Now, I've done this for 20 years. No problems with my eyes. But don't take my word for it. Do your research first and make sure it's okay. But what I do is take some and I'll put it on top of here just a little bit. Just enough to... And I kind of let it sit a little bit. That way it can get a little more gel to it. So here we go. I'm going to take off a line of lashes. And sorry about my voice. I actually got COVID over the holidays. And it was the Delta one. So my voice is still kind of raspy. So as you can see, look at that plastic line. And of course we always say, okay, I'm going to put some glue on there and I'm going to stick it on there like that. You don't have to do that. Especially if you want them to stay longer. It's a lot easier when you have one fall off than the whole thing fall off, right? So you can pull these off of this. There's a little plastic fish line, and you can pull them off. Just kind of slide. Now slide them. Sometimes you can prick them off, but slide them off. And this is really, now these are similar to the clusters that you might get when you're trying to do individuals. This is just the type of lash this is. Now I usually get more complicated ones. The ones that are a little thicker and have a little more sturdier, they're easier to maneuver. So we'll see how this works. And I might do just more videos to show you the different types of lash sets that you can buy and what they look like. So I'm gonna just use my fingers and just kind of slide off a few of them, and we'll see how much I can get going. So, okay. So if you can see, ooh, let's try. Okay, you can see the little line. It's not as clear. Oh, there it goes. Good job, camera. So you can see the little line. I just slid it off. I'm gonna dip it in the glue. Not a lot. There it is. Blow it on a little bit. And I'm gonna put it on my eyelash line. So here we go. Oh, Mom, I like this mirror. I can see very well. And I kind of use my finger to just make sure the glue is getting onto the lash and not into my eyes or something like that. So here we go. Now you can use all kinds of tweezers and stuff to kind of get them right, but I try to just use my fingers. I don't know, there's something about using my fingers that just works out better. And as it dries, I can kind of position them better. That's just the one first application, so we'll see how this goes. Like I said, these are a little more flimsy. And as you can look at it, you can tell that it is tapered for the middle. So I just make sure I use the right side, the correct one for that eye that I'm using. So I slide it off again. And you'll find that some of them kind of get warped a little bit, so you may not want to use those. Again, I'll take off the little ones that aren't, but I slide it. And I like doing this because it's still the same style of eyelash that I wanted in the package without having to pick through the individual ones and try to size it up and make it look natural and all that. So like I said before, I like doing it in the car just because I'm closer to the mirror. I can get real close to the mirror. So let me move in a little closer and try to put it on. And you'll find me go this to blow it and to dry it. And I'll kind of press it on there. Okay. Straighten them out. And again, you can use some tweezers or something to really kind of straighten it out. Okay. Go moving right along. I'll have to. Now these are the lashes that are only $1, so don't expect much from this. Okay. Dip it in. Sometimes I'll double layer it, especially if it's one of these type of thin ones. I will say the thin ones look pretty natural though. That's the good thing about it. Doesn't look like much now because you can't really see the detail of it. Can you? Oh, well, just look. Ah, all right. And we'll see, and this is not gonna go all the way across. But that's okay. I can try to blend it in with my own eyelashes. So let's go this way. Okay. Just batting my eye, and as it dries, then I can make sure the glue is set on there better. And you can do this, make sure your hands are clean, but you can do this whereas someone else who's putting them on your lashes, yeah, you don't want their hands in your eyes like that. So you can do it yourself, whereas if you go to get someone to do it, they're not going to be able to do that. All right. So that's the one side. Dollar General lashes. Let's see how you do. Position them. Okay, let's do the other side. And again, this is the one that's on a strip. You see there's a plastic strip on there, so you can take it off. And all of them have it. Now their strips are maybe a little thicker, or sometimes they have 2 strips. So you'll see 2 of them. When you pull it off, you'll see 2 strips there to really hold it on. But it's usually all the same. Now some of them, they put so much plastic glue to hold it together that they might break off, but that's okay. It's still the same concept of, let me use this strip. I like, okay, let's say this is a complex one, and I like the pattern. I like how it's long here and it tapers off here. I want that look, but I want it individually. So what I do is I start on the end. This is going to be the one that would go on my eye. This way, it would go here. So then I start off the long end, the side that's longer. I'm going to slide it off that plastic strip that's there. There's a plastic strip there. Ooh, okay, slid it off. I'm going to get it situated in my finger so I can dip in some glue, not a whole lot. Yeah, there's some glue. Blow on it a little bit. I'm going to situate it on my eyelash. Okay. And as you try to practice this, I would say, get the cheaper ones to practice on. You don't want to waste $5 eyelashes trying to figure out how to do this. So definitely practice with some of the ones that are cheaper first until you get the hang of it. And like I said, I've done this for 20 years. So I do it, and I've done it to my friends. And when they say they try to do it, they're like, well, I need you to do it again because so you have to, like anything, like the way you learn how to do your makeup and all that stuff, same with doing the eyelashes, you learn what strategy works for you. And over time, you get easier and faster. And that's why over time, I felt like sitting in my car was just really great. Because I could really see what I was doing, and it was just faster. But Mom, I appreciate it. This is working. I can kind of see. Okay. And I was able to, as it dries, I'm able to kind of set it where I want. Now make sure your hands are clean because, like I said, you're getting close to your eyes and you don't want to irritate your eyes. Okay. Here we go again. It's another. I'm pulling it off in strips because it's just at my fingers, the size of my fingers. But they are all going on individually, just in the right kind of order that I want them to be. And And sometimes when you put them on individually, that's the only thing, is they will get a little crooked or something, but you can always straighten them out. You can get some tweezers or something, kind of go in there and kind of line them up. I blow on them so that they can dry the way I want them to, because they will kind of wobble around a little bit. But also when you put mascara on, same like when you're combing your own eyelashes, you can straighten them out however you want. Okay. And at the end, I tend to press it down just so they'll be on there better. Yep. Okay. Almost getting there. Oh, I need some mascara so I can show you. Okay. Almost there. I got 2 more little finger clusters that I've pulled off this one. And I'm going a little slower because I am not sitting in my car. But this mirror is actually working pretty good. I can get close enough, so I like it. I'll do 2 more sets of clusters. Okay. Now the nice thing about this is also, let's say if I have put clusters on and for some reason, I think I doubled up some more on this side, so I have a few left and I want to add some onto this side. I've got some left, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to add a couple on the other side. The nice thing about putting them on individually. And this last piece, which is the teeny tiny ones, which can be kind of tricky. They're real small. But I like it because if you get the cluster ones, they are not tapered. And so I found out putting the ones on that are, okay, so I've got them on. And I just blow my eyes. The reason why I haven't been doing a lot of videos is once I put them on, they can stay on for pretty long time, long time. So then I don't have to redo them, especially if I get some of the really higher end lashes and I've put them on there and they're there. And then I'm just kind of like, well, I don't want to yank them off, like, and then let me redo a video. I don't like doing that. So I kind of wait till they naturally fall off. So these, I'll let them dry and then I'll come back and put some mascara on, okay? Okay. So of course, it doesn't take long to, oh, I got glitter all over me. It doesn't take, I have glitter on my fingers, so that's glitter on my fingernails, so that's why. It doesn't take long for it to dry. Now, what I'll do is, now I do have a toothpick, just to kind of straighten them out a little bit and kind of position them. Like I said, you can get some tweezers or one of the combs, or even use your mascara to do it. And I just kind of set it down so I can just make sure it's set. I don't always have to do this, but sometimes I do. If I can't get my finger down in there. And plus your fingers have oil and stuff, so you don't want it to mess up. And don't poke yourself in the eye, but I'm hoping that these should be adults looking at this, not kids. Don't do this at home. If you're a child, don't do it. Okay. Anyway, just kind of positioning them. Because like I said, they're on there individually, so, they can get kind of wonky when you're first setting them down. And you'll have to kind of get used to how to set them on your own. Like this one, just keeping it real, this one is kind of leaning, so I'm trying to move it to where it's facing forward instead. Okay. I was trying to find my mascara. Now, usually there's a mascara from Dollar General that's really good. Now, I've bought the mascara for $100 at Sephora and all those other places, and they're pretty good. I found out that they dry very easily. And of course, you can do stuff to make them undry, but I just don't like that, especially if I've spent hundreds of dollars. So Dollar General has, and I can't find it, has and you can see my, what you call them there. But they have a Believe Beauty Lash lengthening, and it's gold, $4.50, and it's so good. It's real light, and it extends your lash and makes it look real natural. I like the natural look. Can't find it. So I'm gonna have to do another video with that. I do have the, what is this, Maybelline? The standard stuff you used to wear in the 90s, and they still make it. So I'm gonna put this on just to kind of show you what it looks like once you have it glued on and it's set, and you're, oh, I'm clumping it. Oh, that's the kind of mascara I got today. Oh well. Yep. So anyway, hopefully I can smooth that out because it's coming on there thick. Okay. Now, if you didn't glue it on well, that lash will pop off. So make sure those lashes are glued on. That way you don't yank it off. I use a tip to kind of get my lashes underneath there to blend in really well. Yep. And then kind of get the middle in here. And there I go blowing. Or drying. Let me just say drying. There I go drying my eyelashes. Okay. And let's do this side. Do it gently first. That way you can kind of tell if there's anything that's coming off this that you didn't get it glued on very well, because it will come off if you didn't do it well. And again, I use the tip to get my underlash, my lashes that are underneath there. And as it dries, I can kind of go back and do another layer. But be careful, don't want to pull your lashes off. Because now that it's dry. Okay, so now I'm gonna contour my eyes. I've bought the, what is this, RK by Kiss? I've got this one, and I also have an older one. That's the darker version. So, and I've used that one a lot. This is more the newer one. They've got some good shades here. So I do like to contour my eyes. And I'm not professional at this, but I'm just gonna, just so y'all can kind of see. Oops. Let's go outside and see what they look like outside. Can you see them? Yeah, I think they look pretty natural. Wish I could get a better shot. Trying to get in the sunlight so you can kind of see it. All right. Hope you enjoyed.